And we're underway here. Manchester City against Chelsea. 0-0. It's just not what you want to see, is it? Especially at home. I am so incredibly confused right now. If we beat Mönchengladbach by 2 goals, we are going through. İlkay Gündoğan against Jan Sommer. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Manchester City career mode. It's time to jump straight into the action. I'm absolutely loving the career mode. Now that we've qualified for the next round of the Champions League, you may have seen in the last episode, and if you haven't, I do suggest going back and watching that. We have qualified through the absolute worst odds possible. We have managed to go through in the Champions League, which is fantastic. Not just that, we're so close to hitting 13k subscribers on this channel. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who is watching this video, is supporting this video, is liking every video I upload. To anyone out there that's watching this right now, thank you for being here and helping this channel grow. It's absolutely fantastic. But in today's episode, we've got 4 games. 2 of them I'm going to simulate because we have a comfortable lead in the Premier League and I want to see how good we can do. The games against Leicester, the defending champions, and Arsenal obviously will be played, but the game against Watford and Hull I may simulate depending on how these 2 games go. But first we've got Leicester away from home, and once again I'm going to show you the Premier League graphics for the lineups and not just the things I made, because I didn't really see too many comments on that on the previous episode. There was one person who said he preferred it the way I did it before, but for now I'm just going to keep doing the Premier League graphics. Leicester are currently in 8th. Not the worst, not the best. Arsenal are 2nd. That is a huge game coming up. Leicester City, not an easy team to beat. We know what they've done last season. Obviously this season is a little bit less for them, but they're still a solid side and it's going to be a tough test here at the King Power Stadium. Currently still unbeaten with Manchester City and I want to keep it that way. And here we go, the Leicester City lineup. Kasper Schmeichel in net, Danny Simpson, Jos van Aken making his debut, Wes Morgan and Jeffrey Sloop in defence. It's Vardy and Mahrez I'm scared of, and I saw Mahrez in the lineup right there. They've got a few decent players on the bench as well. Robert Huth bench for the debutant. That's interesting to see, to say the least. And the respect for Leicester City, is huge. We are rocking up with our strongest possible lineup. Joe Hart in net, Laporte, Company, Otamendi in the back, Sterling, Gundogan, Silva, De Bruyne and Nolito playing behind Sergio Aguero. We've got Griezmann on the bench, I do believe, so if we need him he can come on as well, but I want to save him. He's not too fit right now. Leicester City are rocking a defensive lineup. They won their entire midfield behind the ball, so it's not going to be easy to find the gaps. David Silva spots Nolito with a lovely ball. Nolito, where can he go? He turns inside, he's still going. Nolito can score, he's been brought down, and it's Danny Simpson who's been shown in the picture right here. Is it a penalty? What is going on? He's been booked. I'm sure it is a penalty for Manchester City after Danny Simpson goes in for the rash challenge. It is a penalty. Sergio Aguero against Kasper Schmeichel. Let's just take it and hope for the best. Sergio Aguero slots it not away. Kasper Schmeichel makes a good save. Well done by Company. Leroy Sané now with space into Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne looking back for Gundogan. Not easy to find space against this Leicester side. Sergio Aguero tries to turn his man. He's been brought down again, and this time the referee doesn't give the penalty. İlkay Gündoğan into David Silva. David Silva from range, blocked. Manchester City in control of the possession and the play, but once again, the finishing hasn't been on point today. Maybe Kevin De Bruyne can change that. No, he can't find the target. Sané bursting forward with that pace. Nearly stumbled over my words. Leroy Sané turns back into Gundogan, and Kasper Schmeichel with an excellent save again. On comes Griezmann for Gundogan, who's absolutely tired. We're going to put Nolito in centre midfield, Sané out on the wing, and we're going to keep De Bruyne there. I know De Bruyne can play centre midfield as well, but Nolito doesn't have the stamina anymore, so I want to keep him there until I sub him off. We have been in control in that first half. We dominated that first half, created a lot of chances, missed a penalty as well. Hopefully things will go our way now that Antoine's on the pitch. Well played, Kevin De Bruyne. Hold up the play and find Sterling, who's got a little bit more pace about him. Raheem Sterling cuts inside, looking for Kevin De Bruyne. It's not the best pass. If we can win this header though. David Silva does well. Into De Bruyne. De Bruyne through to Sterling. Raheem Sterling! Kasper Schmeichel with an incredible save at his near post again. The Danish goalkeeper is just not getting beat today. Sergio Aguero looking to use that pace. He's been surrounded, but he finds his way through. Sergio Aguero through to Kevin De Bruyne. Couldn't quite make that pass. And so far, Leicester City still very defensive, but someone's broken through and he can't find the target. Nolito. Oh no, he's found the space. Musa, what a save by Joe Hart. Excellent save from the Englishman. That was their first chance at goal, and if they had nicked this in the 87th minute, I would have not been happy. Slimani's going to win that header. Joe Hart claims. And he throws that out towards Aguero. Aguero using that strength. Griezmann in support. This is it. The final attack of the game potentially for Manchester City. Antoine Griezmann can't hold on to it. And we've dropped points again. I don't know what's wrong with this team. We've got 5 players going forward and I'm struggling to score goals. I can't play with 2 centre-backs and 6 strikers, can I? We've had 10 shots, 6 on target. We should have scored. Joe Hart at the end made sure we didn't lose that clean sheet. And the game, when it comes to a play performance, there's only one man in the match for me, and it's going to be Vincent Kompany. He was everywhere in that defence. He was rock solid. And rightly so, he got the 8.3 rating. I don't see why Nolito should get it. Honestly, I thought any of the front players just didn't do enough for me going forward. Vincent Kompany gets man of the match. I'm forced to use my rotational side for this game because the Arsenal game is by far the most important game of today's episode. The game against Watford, whether we draw or win, it's not a big deal. I hope we win. Losing is not an option, especially at the Etihad. I don't see us losing this game. But with that rotational side, I think anything could happen. 5 points clear of Arsenal. We need to keep it that way. They can't get any closer before the big game against them a few days down the line. Let's see how we do against Watford with this team. Watford not in great form. 2 goals already inside 5 minutes. Jesus Christ, I should have played Joe Hart. What was I thinking playing Claudio Bravo? I don't need to rotate my goalkeeper, do I? That could be a costly mistake in this game. And we're going into half-time at 1-1. I'm going to skip it. And we've won 2-1. Get him, boys. Well played. Iheanacho gets the goal. Whew, important, that one. And with that Watford win, we are still 5 points clear of Arsenal. It's time to face them at the Etihad as well. Who's going to win this one? Get your predictions in right now. There is always 1 or 2 games during a season that can change everything. This is one of them. Whoever wins this game will have a massive impact on that title race. If we beat Arsenal here today, it seems like we are going to most likely finish at least top 3, maybe win the league, because 5 points clear now. If we win, that's 8 points clear of them. It seems like they would be knocked out, but it's still early on in the season. We're only halfway, so technically anything could happen, and it won't define everything, but both teams desperately want to win this one. I know that for a fact. Anyways, Manchester City still the best defensive team in the league. Arsenal second with only 11 goals conceded. Hopefully this is not going to be another 0-0 like against Leicester. And here we go, the Manchester City lineup. A few changes from that game we played against, not Watford, but the game before that against Leicester. Antoine Griezmann is starting this game. Obviously Nolito is benched and Sané goes to the left mid. That's the only real change I'm making in that team. Let's take a look at what Arsene Wenger has got up his sleeve. The Arsenal lineup with Petr Cech in goal, Bellerin, Mertesacker, Javi Martinez and Nacho Monreal, Giroud, Sanchez, Ozil, Chamberlain, the front 4, Xhaka on the bench, Koscielny on the bench, Cazorla on the strong team in depth as well. That signing on Javi Martinez could be huge. We're underway, first versus second, the biggest game of the season so far. Mesut Ozil, what can he do? Ozil looks back for the pass and it's a goal for Arsenal. I'm not sure who gets on the score sheet for Arsenal. It's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain who gives them the lead away from home. And that is quite, frankly, a little bit of a shock. Mesut Ozil manages to outstrength Vincent Kompany. Aymeric Laporte does not get the interception. And Chamberlain with a clinical finish past Joe Hart. We're up against it here, boys. Oh, not again. Olivier Giroud. Joe Hart with a good save. What are we doing defensively? We need to sort it out. And it's still going, by the way. Nobody's stopping him. Joe Hart forced to do another save. Bruyne, Sterling. Sterling, Gundogan. Gundogan, Aguero. Aguero turns and shoots Petr Cech with a great save. Francis Coquelin just turned David Silva too easily. And once again, we're not getting in front of the man. Joe Hart is keeping us in this game. Yes, Arsenal are dominating the game and they deserve to be 1-0 up. But Jesus Christ, we are not helping ourselves here. We need to play a lot better. The pass accuracy is good. We're passing the ball around, but we're not getting into dangerous areas. Petr Cech made a really good save. I need to make changes. That midfield of mine is just too weak. Fernandinho is going to come on for David Silva. I know David Silva, 87 rated player, but this is not the game for him. Second half, time for redemption. They're doing everything possible to annoy us. Short corners as well. Just shielding it every opportunity they get. Per Mertesacker with back heels. You know, this is one of those games where I just have to hold my hands up and say Arsenal are by far the better side here. Griezmann past Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, hopefully. Nope, can't get past him. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, renowned for his fantastic marking, his defending abilities. Now through to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne turns past Mertesacker. Kevin De Bruyne, mate, sort it out. Oh, there it is! A save by Cech. Oh yeah, go short. Why not? Oh. Yes, go short. Always go short. Javi Martinez cannot keep up with Sergio Aguero. Penalty. It's a penalty. He's given it, hasn't he? Javi Martinez is going to get sent off. Yes! Get in, referee. That's the right decision. Petr Cech forced to save. Aguero could not get it past him, but he was brought down by Javi Martinez. I saw that. And like in the previous, like against Leicester, the referee has given it. Fantastic decision by the ref. Sergio Aguero this time against Petr Cech. Is he going to miss? Or is he going to slot it away this time? I'm actually done. I'm actually done. I can't be fucking asked. Final chance of the game. Aguero out wide to Gundogan. İlkay Gundogan shoots across. Goal! Yes! 1-1! İlkay Gundogan with the goal! Jesus Christ! How difficult do we have to make it for ourselves? Gundogan, out of absolutely nowhere, breaks Arsenal's hearts with an absolute thunderbolt of a strike past Petr Cech. Oh my god, this is draining me. This is physically draining me. Gundogan, thank you. What a huge goal that is. And what an important draw as well. That's the final whistle. I'll take a point. I'll take it. I'm happy with that. I would have liked to have won the game, but considering the way things went, I'm happy to get a point out of this one. And it's well deserved. We had the chances. We honestly could have won it before the 90th minute, but it is what it is. Petr Cech, of course, a solid goalkeeper. Joe Hart as well kept us in the game at some point. Let's not forget that. Sergio Aguero, he assisted Gundogan, but he's not getting man of the match, let's be honest. Gundogan scored the goal, and that's probably a reason to give it to him. He played a flawless game in my opinion, but Joe Hart, those 5 saves, and big saves as well, it's a tough one. I'm going to give it to Joe Hart. Yes, Gundogan scored a great goal and got us that point, but Joe Hart made sure that we were still in the game at that point. And goalkeepers never get much credit this FIFA. The ratings are always low. They need to make 20 saves to get a 9 rating or something. It's absolutely insane. So for that reason as well, my sympathy goes out to the goalkeepers out there. He got man of the match. We stay 5 points clear of Arsenal. What a huge game that was. And on that note, we can safely sim the game against Hull. Regardless of the result, we're going to stay top of the league. I do hope we won't lose this one, because Hull City, not the strongest team in the Premier League, of course. I'm rocking out with my strongest possible side. They've lost their last 2 games against West Ham and Spurs. So that just shows that in reality, we should be picking up 3 points, no excuses. I'm just going to let it play out and sim a half. Ugh. I'll take a draw again, I guess. We haven't won a game in this episode. We've won 1 by simming, and the other 3 games have been draws. So Arsenal still 5 points behind us. They did not manage to win their game either, so it's absolutely fine. Nothing changed up top, which is great to see. In the next episode, we will have the transfer window. I hope you're looking forward to that game against Liverpool first, though, at Anfield. And then a few non-important games, a few signings. There's going to be big changes at Manchester City, I can promise you that. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.